everyone, it's Laquita. I wanted to come and share with you some things that I made for a swap that I'm doing with the lovely Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Lynn and I decided to do a little swap of just not a lot. We just made a few little things. One thing that we decided on to do was a handmade card, and then a book which will hold laces, and then a snippet surprise, and then another total surprise. So what you're looking at right here is the card that I made for her. Also, and if you don't know Lynn, I'll leave the link below so that you can go over and visit her channel. Lynn is a lovely lady and just a beautiful crafter. She has some amazing cross stitch work. She loves cross stitch, and she's very good at it. So you'll definitely want to go over and take a look at her beautiful work that she does. So the card that I made for Lynn is this one, and Lynn likes purple. So I hope it's okay, Lynn, that I did it in shade of purple. It's actually more of a lavender. But I've covered the card with a lavender lace, and then just gone around that pretty picture there of the lady in the purple dress with the hat on. And I've just used just different little snippets of different trims and laces that I had. And I've even used some of my spray inks to cover these little pieces right here, which are, they came out a really, really light lavender color. But I love the card. I think it turned out really nice. And it has a note inside for her. And so that's the card that I'm going to send to Lynn. Okay, and now then I'll show you the book that I made for her. This book is to hold laces, and so I love the picture on here. And Lynn likes gold also, so I have decorated this book in lots of gold. There's a gold trim here, and then these pieces along the side here are all trimmed in a gold. And then I blinged her out. I've put a pretty bling in her hair, and I've gone all around her necklace. I've put a rhinestone chain, and then the tiny little areas were actually done with my stickles. And I just love how it turned out. And I made a couple little flowers here with some bling centers, and I've added some rosette flowers here. And then some tulle here, and some Battenberg lace along here. A beautiful little lace trim there. And then at the bottom, I've got a doily in this corner, and then some crocheted bits and applique bits hanging here, and then I've got some dangling beads there for her. And then on the back, I covered it in this gorgeous fabric that has this leafy swirl pattern, and it's kind of in a cream color. And then the spine has this just a bit of lace right here, and then I've just embellished all down the spine with lots of gold pieces, and then across the bottom edge on the back it also has a gold trim there. So that's pretty much the outside of the book. And inside it's all pockets, and I found this gorgeous gold fabric. It was while I was thrifting, I found a pillow sham, and this was on the pillow sham, and so I just thought it was perfect to use the inside of this book. And I just love the folding and the pleating that's going on in it. And then I don't remember where I got this gorgeous lace, and I had just enough to finish this book, so I'm happy with using that for the pockets there. And as I mentioned, this book is to hold laces and things, and so I have everything ready. I just need to put it in the book, but I'm just showing it to you empty, and of course it'll be filled before it goes out to Lynn. And so every page is the same. It will have this box pleated trim at the top, and then this pretty little scalloped trim across the bottom, and then every page has the dangling fringe on it. So as you can see, every page is exactly the same. And I just love the book. Lynn, I hope you like it. It was so much fun to make this book, and I liked it so much. I hated to part with it, but I'm glad to pass it on to you, Lynn. I hope you like it. So that's that. And then the next thing I'm going to show you is the snippet surprise. So we just decided that we would do something that was snippet related, and I have no idea what she's making for me. And so what I decided to make for her is, I haven't seen anyone do anything like this before. So Lynn, I hope you're okay with this, what I'm getting ready to show you. Let me get it ready here. I just, I like doing things just a little bit different, not always doing the same thing over and over. So this is a little snippet heart, and it's just a little muslin heart that I cut out, and then I did a little blanket stitch around the edge, and then I've just covered the front of it with, lots of different little things. And I'm not going to point out all the little things that are on there, but you can see it's just little snippets of different things. There is an image in here though. The little image is of I think it's lavender, and so that's one. It's a little bit keeps curling on me there on the corner, but that's one. And then I made several of these. This is the next one. This one does not have an image. It just has laces and trims, just different bits, and it's also on muslin. And then the next one has an image. It has an image of a lady there. She's wearing a hat, and you could see I've just accented it with purples and greens and pinks, and then I've got some beautiful dangling beads at the bottom there. And then the last one is this one, and this one I put a pocket on the front, and I've covered it with different little applique flowers. Underneath this pink applique, I used a part of a curtain, and I've just covered the curtain with these beads, and then I made a little pocket on it. And so in the pocket there are some little tiny flower appliques. Can't get very much in it. It's kind of tiny, but it's large enough to hold just a few little flowers for her. So those are tucked down in there. So I couldn't just give it to you, Lynn, like that. I had to put it in something. So I decided to make a little box to put it in. And this box is shaped just like a heart. And I put an image of a pretty lady there, and then clusters of flowers and beads and bling, and there's some dangling beads there. And I've tea-dyed all of the little laces and trims on this one. And along the edge of the top, you'll see there's a little rosette trim. You can see it right there. And the little applique pieces kind of overlap. So sometimes you see the trim, I could see it better on this side, and then sometimes you don't because of the overlap. But I love the way it turned out. And then across the bottom, I've just used more of the applique pieces along there. And then underneath the fringe, there is a pink fabric. If I can get the fringe out of the way under there. And I can show it to you better on the inside. So I have painted the top of the box with just a paint there, and the inside of the lid with a paint. And now here you'll see the pink fabric. This was from Connie. Hi, Connie. I won a challenge that Connie had a few months ago, and she had in her gift to me this gorgeous pink satin fabric. So I've used a little of it in this box, and I've got another little applique here that I've tea-dyed. And so that's the inside of the lid. Inside of the box, you can see more of that gorgeous pink fabric, and also in the bottom of the box. And then I had this gorgeous gold trim inside. Even on the edge, there's a little bit of a gold trim. And then underneath, I just felt like the box needed a stand. So I was looking through my drawer of things to alter to see if I could find something that would work for a stand, and I found this little table. And as you can see, it's got the legs on it, and it has a little bit of a metal edge right here on the table. So I've gone around that edge with this pretty trim right here with the pearls on it, and then I hung from that these beads, and there's also a tag under there that has my name on it. And so I thought that would be perfect. Even the bottom of the box is covered with the pink fabric. And so I just thought it was perfect for a little box to hold the little snippet hearts. So they fit in there perfectly. That's why this one is being curled on the corner there, because it's a little bit, you know, it just kind of forces things to curl a little bit to get them down in there. But if she's going to take all those things off and use them, it won't matter. They'll flatten out. But they all fit in there just perfectly, and it won't hold any more than the 4. That's all that will go in there. So that's her little, that's her little box of snippets. So that's her snippet surprise. Okay, the last thing I made for Lynn was an altered cup and saucer. I was thrifting and I found this beautiful cup and saucer that has this blue leaf pattern and the gorgeous flowers in the center there, and also inside of the cup you'll see the flowers back there. And I tried not to hide them. I tried to keep everything off to the side a little bit so that you could see the inside of the cup, and it's trimmed in a beautiful gold. So I just loved it. I thought it was a very pretty cup and saucer, and so I've just filled it with lots of different flowers and bling, and some are fabric flowers and some are paper flowers. There's a beautiful pink brooch right there. There's a seam binding bow, and there's lace in there. Here on the side I've got a couple of handmade roses that I made, and right here there's some bridal trim with a few more flowers. This little ball right here is a pin cushion that I made, and as you can see, it's got some miniature little stick pins in there. And I did some ribbon work. There's 3 little yellow ribbon roses there, and then the pink areas are French knots, and so that's there. And then there's some little dangling fibers in there, and there's also a pin cushion behind all of these flowers. So that's where this one is kind of going. You just kind of have to hunt for it. You'll find it in there. But the pin cushion is what's keeping everything from falling inside of the cup. So you can certainly add more pin cushions to it if you'd like to, Lynn. But that's it. And also on the back, I have a little doily that's kind of tucked in back there. But that is it. That's my swap with Lynn, and I enjoyed making these things so much. So I hope you like them, Lynn. And I think that's it. This video's probably gone on long enough, so I will close for now. So thanks so much for watching. And this is actually a surprise for Lynn. She already has received it by now. So by the time I post this video, it's no longer a surprise to her. She's already received it by now. So, but thank you all so much for watching, and take care. I'll talk to you later. Bye.